Hi, and welcome to another LSJ's Late Review, this time for Wolf. So, Wolf is a 1994 kind of sort of horror movie, more of a psychological thriller, I guess. Directed by Mike Nichols, who did The Graduate, and it stars Jack Nicholson, Michelle Pfeiffer, James Spader, Christopher Plummer, Richard Jenkins turns up, so does David Hyde Pierce as well. And it's about this old loser who works in the writing industry who gets bitten by a wolf and becomes not a loser because he's getting all these wolf-like traits. You know, he's able to grow a backbone and stand up for himself. And as that happens, the more wolf side of him starts to come out. But have you ever watched those movies where you sit down? I watched this with my wife a few days ago, actually. You sit there, you watch the movie, you enjoy it for what it is, and then not long after you've watched it, you kind of forget what the fuck happened in the movie, and whether or not, like, did you really like it that much? Like, it's really forgettable. It also feels like a Stephen King plot. You know, this person who's a writer, or in this case, an editor. He has supernatural goings on happening to him. So it feels like someone saw a couple Stephen King adaptations or read a few of his stories and thought, shit, we can do our own version of that. And it's well acted. The performances in this movie are fantastic, and I think that's what keeps you sit down and glued. Jack Nicholson's great. James Spader is fucking tremendous. Michelle Pfeiffer is good with the material she's given. Christopher Plummer's good, but used sparingly. Like, it's a really well acted movie with some funny moments, some really dark, horrible moments as well. But you won't remember that much about it. Like, it's a movie that if and when it pops up in conversation, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. It's all right. And the ending, it's not a bad ending. The problem I have with the ending, though, is that there's a B grade movie that came out 2 years later called Werewolf. There's a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode that you can watch. My wife and I have watched that, and that movie has the exact same ending. Like, the very end of it's exactly the same. And I hadn't seen Wolf before, so getting to the ending, I'm just like, oh, Charity, this is like fucking Werewolf, dude. Which really brought it down for me because, man, that movie is horrible trash, but so much fun. I remember that movie much more than I remember this movie, which has high production values, decent makeup effects. The actual wolves themselves look a bit fake. Well acted. Money went into this, talent went into this, and the package overall is kind of average and unmemorable, whereas 96's Werewolf is a piece of shit and a fucking awesome, hilarious piece of shit. So, look, I'm going to give Wolf a 5 out of 10. It's alright. You could do worse, but you can definitely do better. In fact, you could do better by doing worse in this case, by just watching Werewolf instead. So give me a like, dislike, share, and subscribe. All of that shit. Follow me on the tweets, and I'll see you soon. Oh, woo.